Hello, YouTube.
Hello,
Hey, you
YouTube.
guys. Hello. Hey, you guys. So we have the wonderful Kay from Millennial Mom. So let me mom from Millennial and Mom. So we are collabing. So you should be able to see her on Courtney and Edit, and you should be able to see Courtney and Edit on Millennial Mom channel. So this is a live collab. So Mom. I'm sorry.
Yes, like she's not here, but yes.
I know, right? So, y'all, we have teamed up because we talk about this off camera a lot. So, we have teamed up to talk about Married at First Sight this past episode, y'all. It was something, y'all. It was something. So, what are your thoughts on it before we get into the breakdown of it? So, Mom, what are your thoughts on the whole season so far?
Wow, the whole season so far, I was really hoping that Chicago, and I'm going to use the words of Camille, even though she has seriously got on my nerves the last few weeks. But where is the swag? Where's the culture of the couples that we were hoping that Chicago, the city itself, and the couples would bring to Married at First Sight? Because the last two seasons, we had San Diego, Married at First Sight San Diego, and Married at First Sight Denver, who didn't give us anything really to have as a show, or nothing that the couples really gave. So, when we heard, well, at least for me, when you get to Chicago, it's like, okay, we have a little bit of season salt, a little bit of flavor. And I'm not getting that so far. So, and for me, anytime production or whoever is with Married at First Sight gives the preview of there's going to be a couple swap this season, that to me says that maybe things aren't going the way that they want it to go, and for them to release the information is like, we want to see this organically. So now I think us as the viewer, us as reactors, are waiting for a couple swap, and everything else so far just like, okay, hello, we don't care about this hamster wheel stuff going on. It's really the same thing since episode 1. Where is the juicy details of the couple swap, and who is it? So let's get to it, right?
Yeah, I agree. I know, excuse me, like I said, we talk off camera. But I
Yeah.
know that you said that they shouldn't have never introduced and let us know that that was something like that, because now, people are waiting just for that. Maybe we should have been, shocked in between the season to see what happened, So yeah, now we're just waiting that, like I told you yesterday, I said, yeah, I don't like to know what's about to happen in the show, because all I'm gonna do is just wait for that. Is this it? When is that going? Don't tell me spoilers, because I'm just gonna be waiting for that, and that's basically what they're doing. So yeah,
Right. Which to me says, if you have to drop a spoiler, you don't have a show with anything interesting as far as I'm concerned with the couples without this spoiler. Because to me, the couples are dry so far. They're not giving really too much. I mean, there's a few people on here that said some things that were nice, nasty, rude, stereotypical things. But other than that, what have we really seen? The couples have done the same things back and forth. And it's really difficult when the couples really don't seem like they're connected, except for Camille and Thomas. So 1 out of 5 isn't really a show to me. It was a 2-hour show. This show could be done in an hour.
it could, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And now they've attached the 1 hour after party on it, and I don't see for why. I don't. I have no idea. I have no idea. Can we go back
Right.
to 30 minutes,
Right.
because y'all breaking up the couples on the after party and bringing like 4 in or 6 in. I just don't understand it, because now if you were bringing 3 in or 6 in, but then y'all bring in this many people and still have another host or a guest on it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so I don't see anybody in the chat. I mean, if you're in the chat, please drop a comment, say where you from, say hi. I'm sorry, we just kind of went straight into it. So welcome to the live stream. Y'all make sure that you're liking. If you're watching on Courtney and Eddie's channel, make sure that you hit that like button. If you're brand new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And
Right.
Mom can say the same for people. I don't want to talk on your
Same. If
channel.
you're watching on Millennial Mom, Millennial Mom 905, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't to this channel or the Courtney and Eddie channel as well. You know, we bring you the Married at First Sight reviews, plus we do other things in our channels individually. So it's a good time over here. So consider subscribing and leave your comments. Say hello.
Hey, say hello. Thank you. That's Tamika. That's from your channel. Hey, Tamika. Hey, girl. I'm trying to see.
I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, I hope you're feeling better too. No, I was just saying I hope she's feeling better too. I'm just saying that I did not lose the comments because normally, honey, it'd be a comment or something, but honey, I'd see not but one. But anyway, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't disable them.
Well, possibly people had things to do in the evening. So hello to everyone on the replay. We appreciate you too. Drop in the comments, let us know that you were here. We'd appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yep, there you go.
I'm from both y'all channels. Think, oh, girl, yes. We appreciate you. You know that. So
okay. So I just wanted to make sure that the comments were not disabled. So yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So so let's just go ahead and get into it. If you are watching in the bushes, you can continue to watch in the bushes. That's fine. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Tiny Anderson. Hi,
hey,
you from Georgia. All right, Georgia. You know, we love some Georgia. I don't understand how some of these people got cast for the show. They probably just was recruited. All right, so with no further ado, so what couple do you want to start with first?
Whichever one you have queued up. It doesn't matter to me.
I do. Let's do one. Let's do the one that is hey ladies, I'm Kat from Louisville. All right. Hey, Callie.
Louisville. All right, Callie. West Coast.
And we love California, honey. Yeah, it's another disappointing season. I must agree. It's so far. All right, so let me share my screen.
No, I was gonna say I put my glasses on so I can read. I normally don't use them except for to read, so I'll leave them up.
All right, so now Juan and Carla. Now I didn't really put Carla in this one because you know in this one she walked off with the other ones and we never even saw her episode.
Hey Cynthia.
Hey Miss Omega.
And Miss Omega. You didn't put Carla because nothing was really said. It was really the conversation for me with Juan and Carla's friends. I think Juan talks in circles a lot. I think Carla's friend, the lady here in the white dress, was trying to give him game on what Carla needs going forward in a relationship. You know, it's the small things. Have you tried to, you know, build her up? Have you tried to make her feel special? And Juan, hey, Devontae. And Juan is just stuck on, you know, I'm busy. I got my career going, my startup, this and that. He's not trying to have a kept woman. He's not trying to because Carla wants to be kept. She wants to be a mother. She wants to have children. And then, you know, whatever she wants to do. But I don't think Juan gained anything from this conversation. And I'm going to say, just like I mentioned on your, hey, Cheryl, your event party last week, whatever. And someone dropped into my chat when on Millennial Mom, when we were live on Wednesday. I think his name is like Yannick or something like that. The gentleman sitting right here. It's something about when he walked in, one kind of like cut his eyes at him, you know, as if he was competition. I'm like, one, he's not your competition unless you know, might do something strange with some change. I just thought that the energy with this man was different than it was with Carla's friend. Female friend. I don't know if you saw the same thing. So hello to everyone in the chat.
I saw it, but I didn't get the perception that I just thought it was weird. But I didn't get that same perception. I don't know. Maybe it was some back, you know, off the scene camera stuff. Maybe he kind of heard some stuff about him or whatever. But yeah, I just thought it was weird. It was weird. Greetings from
I mean, I really
New Jersey.
Jersey. Yes. Oh, and if your city is getting weather like snow and all those things that and I'm not bragging, living in out west, but you see all the snow and the cold weather going on. I know Miss Tamika has experienced that in Michigan. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay safe. I just had to throw that in there. There's a
Yeah,
lot
for
going on
sure.
weather-wise right now. I don't
Now
think this is gay because I don't think that he's interested in her like that. To me,
I agree. Yeah, I mean, like, I know that one, a lot of people are saying that one is on there to really and truly try to promote his app, and would I read it or did I hear it? I don't know if I heard it from your channel or somewhere. That he has
mm-hmm.
two apps that one may have said it, that he got two apps in a full-time business. I think he said it right here. So two of let's see, he got a full-time job and two businesses or whatever that he's working on. So his primary focus
Right.
is his business, which baffles me on why you would come on a show if you don't have time for a wife or a spouse. Like I'm baffled. The fact too that Juan was so into her, now he's totally backtracking, like like I'm like, what happened? What happened?
Well, I know that Devontae, I don't know if he's just popped in or out, whatever. He has something to say about the app, about the one where you can meet somebody at the airport. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now that one, I'm sure somebody might want to meet someone at the airport, but do you really have time to meet somebody at the airport? And you need to be close to your gate anyways, just in case. And I think that's a little, I don't know. To me, that's a little weird. Like, why would you want to meet for what, a 5-minute conversation? You get that in a line at the Starbucks or getting a sandwich or a piece of pizza, whatever your airport offers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
But I
And then,
guess, I mean,
sometimes a lot of weirdos in the airport. So,
mm,
especially at that Spirit Gate. No shade. At the Spirit Gate, be a lot of stuff going on, and the folks be fighting. But yeah,
oh, yeah.
I don't see Juan and Carla making it. I don't see it.
I don't either. I don't. And where's the experts? They only came in. They need to be here more often than they are. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they're on right when they come back from the honeymoon, and then only going forward if there's a problem, an issue.
Yep. Now it seems as
It
though
had
the
not
experts.
been an issue. Go ahead.
Yeah, it seems like they're focused on the next season and the next season and the next season. In the beginning, we saw more of the experts be more hands-on and help these people through this stuff. But now it seems like they're just here and they have just a small window to come in and say a few
Right.
things and move on to the next season. So it's really unfair because they're not getting the support and the help that we can see. Maybe it's some behind the scenes stuff, but they're not getting it from what we can see.
Right. And the next season is already taped and wrapped too. That's the Houston season. So I don't know how soon after Chicago wraps that we'll see the Houston season. Maybe it'll be this year. I mean, in the following year, right after. I don't know. But I will say this. Remember when they had guest experts? What was his name last season? Devon Franklin. He was touted to be like, oh, the new expert, but he was on like maybe 2 episodes, and that was towards the end. So that didn't really work out too. So where was his expertise? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to bring someone on and just the expert itself, like, be present with these couples. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
Devon Franklin is still like in some of the, like, if you go on, I think Married First Sight page, his name is still there. So I'm not sure exactly what happened to that. I know he got a girlfriend now, child, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. But yeah, he had 2 episodes and it was a big thing. Like, should he come on or should he not? But yeah, what happened with that? And to be honest, if they wanted to put Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal, since they are the OGs, and bring them in
yeah,
every now and then and bring in some younger, like Dr. Pia and somebody else, to bring in them to be a little bit more hands-on with the couples, that'd be great. You know what I'm saying? Because Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper are getting older. Not saying that they should be off the show, but maybe it's time to bring in some people that are a little bit more younger to kind of deal with a younger span of audience that would be a little bit more helpful to them.
I agree with that.
That's my take. All right, so Juan, you're out of here. Let's move on to the next chat. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see which one we're gonna go to next. So let's
Okay.
no. Okay, we can go there. I had to say some best for last, and so let me just go here and let's just deal with this one. Now, did it pop up? What did I do? Hold on.
No.
Oh, here, share screen. Okay. So now let's deal with Madison as well as Alan. And for those that did not know or haven't watched Millennial and Mom, when Mom was on her live on Wednesday, was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Alan was in the chat. So, and I don't know if he supposed to have that secret or secretly, but he the one that got a picture up there, stuff like that. He could have been a John Doe. So he must have want to been seen. So yeah, he definitely was in her chat. And I'll let you talk about it.
Well, yes, it was an hour live. He was in the chat, probably like if you want to watch the whole thing, that's awesome for watch time. But he was in there probably like the last 15 minutes of the chat. And I was saying how, just in general, how I'm not a fan of Madison at all. She gives me nice, nasty. She's constantly another one talking about her man's style, her man's swag. But yet, other than in this scene right here, where there's a surprise party, she's normally in a sports bra and sweatpants or whatever to wear to the gym, right? So she's got, to me, her nerve. But I think she feels like, Alan to her is like more nerdy, more geeky, not her style, not even someone she would date or look at twice. So that gives me like, oh, I look better than him. Like people want me kind of thing. I don't know, like she's, a celebrity already, right? And when really it's her 15 minutes of fame on Married at First Sight. Because trust me, by the time Married at First Sight season 19 kicks off in Houston, I'll barely remember what her name is, but I will remember Alan though. But it's just the fact that I was saying how, I think that, again, she doesn't do Alan right, things like that. And this scene showed Alan's birthday party, right? It was a surprise party. And you should have fun on your party, at your party, right? You should. Yep. So apparently, they're already pre-gaming here, having drinks. So I guess the party kept going towards the nighttime, whatever. So when it was time for the couples to have that joint activity of a flag football that she planned, I don't know if she planned it as part of the party from the day before, but he said he was hungover to come. And she told that to the group. But then as the group finished, she's like, well, I'm very upset. He's going to hear about it. It's not going to be nice. So why can't he have drinks and be hungover at his party when you left out day one from coming back from the honeymoon to go out with your friends to support a friend who, whatever, needed some support for a breakup, whatever, and you end up staying over the night and coming back the next day? He didn't sweat you for that, right? But anyways, Alan said that the hangover part was only 10% of what we saw. The other 90% is supposed to come out on Tuesday's episode. So I'm hoping it's a good 90% that we didn't see. So, and low key, I was like, this was after the live. I was telling you, Courtney, behind the scenes, I'm like, maybe he had the bubble guts, but whatever it is, he made it seem like, it's going to be something more that's going to come up. I don't know if Madison's going to blow up or Alan's going to blow up, literally or figuratively. And yes, Jerry, Allen is a sweetheart. And I told him, expect some DMs, because he's a nice guy. Self-made, right? Self-made, he's got his own stuff. He's not pretending, in my opinion, like Madison. So, I think he came on here for the right reasons. One of the few who came on the show for the right reasons. So.
I agree. I like Jerry said, Alan is a sweetheart from what we can see. You know what I'm saying? Because
from what we can see, right?
Now
I know it's been discussed. Excuse me. I know it's been discussed as seasons gone by, and different people say, "Well, it's editing." Yes. There can be some editing, but they can't edit your personality. Your personality is what it is. Now they might be able to, splice some things of what you may or may not have said, in different scenes, but your personality shines through. That's why we can say for people we know or just people we see on TV like this, we see Alan's personality as a sweetheart, right? But we're not giving Madison the same thing. Like we can see Michelle being, a mean girl. You know what I'm saying? So that's her personality. So that's just how I look at it. But
yeah, I agree.
I
Alan, like, yeah, it does seem like a sweetheart, and Madison is a Michelle, but she's not real vocal with hers, and she's just kind of like a little sneaky with hers, but I definitely don't see them making it. I don't see them making it. And as far as now, I was like, Alan, you could have put some clothes on, child. You could have came on there and played that little football with them folks, child, but you was up there drunk. So, but you made a good point. She didn't come in the next day. I mean, when she did the little honeymoon
right.
thing, I mean, when she came back, so she didn't come in.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna see on the next episode where he said something about that. It was more to it than him not being drunk. You know what I'm saying? It was more to it than why he didn't come. And he was telling her that she was being a little petty, or she was, trying to get him back, or he was trying to get her back, or something like that. So it was something to that nature. But yeah, I guess we'll see on the next episode.
Yeah, and let's also remember that he's still mourning the death of his friend. He just found out on the way home. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there was plans for his friends, whatever in the background. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know, So Alan right now has a lot going on in the very beginning. And she, to me, has her nerve to be like, oh, he's going to hear about it. And he didn't say, he gave you all of the grace. So anyways, are you going to drop the link anytime soon? Or are we just going to talk? I'm just curious.
We'll just whiz through this, and then if people want to come on and say something. Because Eddie done pulled up a chair, child, after I was calling him, telling him to cut that TV down, because I heard it from downstairs. I said,
do you want me on or do you want me off? On or off?
Oh, okay. So we're going Miss Omega said that Alan is a catch. Madison is not attracted to him, and she is trying to make excuses for not having an attraction. Yeah, he definitely. Baby, it started at 6 o'clock.
I said 6:30.
I did. Now I said 6:30, then I said 6 o'clock. That's why we've been on for 15 minutes while you around there playing the game. Boom. And I can hear the vibration upstairs, and I'm like, can you please get the TV down? Boom.
Sorry,
is it on?
I thought it was 6:30.
No.
You should have told me.
Eddie, you do what you want to do, baby. You can do
you
what you want to do. You're a grown man. I don't have to keep telling you. Madison is Madison's lab is phony. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She's phony.
So yeah, she is.
Hey Eddie.
Hey, how you doing?
A little bit better.
How you doing, Kay?
I'm all right.
Well, yeah. Hey, you doing fine? That's good. How's the weather out there in Vegas?
It's chilly.
What? What's the weather? What's the temperature?
It's desert chilly. Let me straighten that out. It is probably 65 today.
Man, 65 degrees.
Yeah, it's chilly. I got my sweater sitting over here to the left. It's chilly. I got long sleeves on too.
Walking from short.
Eddie then came halfway in the stream and gonna ask you how the weather is. Baby, we is in the middle of this, honey.
Oh,
so let's
I'm sorry, y'all.
He acting like he just popped in, honey. Like we just started. Okay, so let's move on to the next. So let's move on to Thomas and Camille. So they was at the cool side chat.
Camille, Kate's favorite person. I like Thomas. I do. He's a good dude. Yeah, third degree. He's a good dude. I really think he's getting an unfair shake from Camille. You know, she's stuck in her I want a roughneck phase, and she need to let that go. Every guy that's good for you, it's not gonna be what you want, or what you used to. That's why she's single, because she getting these roughnecks, and they probably dogging her out, lying to her. Now she get this good stand-up dude that talks proper, know how to dress, And he can be a little boring, a little introvert, but still, maybe that's good for you. But I want me a thug. I want somebody with some gold in their mouth. I want a tatted guy. Yeah, Thomas got tattoos too, but I guess that's not good enough for her.
Yep.
Well, I agree. And to make it 30 degrees, we talk about all the time, that's cold. That's not chilly. Okay. This is chilly. That's cold. But I thoroughly agree. Camille has been getting on my nerves since they came back from the honeymoon. She can't stop talking about his swag. He's not going to have the same type of swag she's looking for because he's not the dude she's, like you said, been dating or looking for. So if you was happy or if those relationships worked out in your short 32 years of life, then you wouldn't even have tried out for the show. You tried out for the show because you was tired of being possibly allegedly snatched, talked about, called out your name, whatever the case may be with, what was her comment? She likes the loud mouth. Now, those are her words. The loud mouth type guy. So to me, when I think of a loudmouth type guy, it may not be for her, it gives the illusion of something that's definitely not going to be on Married at First Sight. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who, I'm not saying they have to be on the corner all the time doing whatever. They could be corporate America and may have a corner lifestyle. But whatever it is not working for her. And I'm tired of her talking about it because that's not Thomas. He don't want to hear, I married a white guy. I mean, so vice versa. Look in the mirror. Just because you like a little more chocolate, y'all from the same boat. You know what I'm saying? You just lived in different neighborhoods. Yeah. And I'm waiting for Thomas to put his finger up and get real mad at her. But you know what? She may like that, though. She may like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she may like that. What's her friend that was at the barbecue saying, which one was it? The one she had like the yellow and the slender chick.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I don't think Tom's her type of dude. I'm still, the guy to, take some time to get to know him because she really don't go for guys like Thomas. So she said, I don't know about Thomas. And I'm saying, she seemed like, this is what it seemed like to me. Her and her friend go to the club, hang around these little holders and wall clubs, these little roughnecks, and that's what they chase. And now they get this dude like Thomas. They call him a square nerd, no swag, all this and all that, and they don't look his way. But they get these so-called street dudes, they get dogged out. That's what they want. And he's like, I hate it for Thomas. He got to go through this stuff all the time.
Right.
All the people question his blackness, because he grew up a certain type of way. Like I said, black people comes in all shades. Light, bright, dark, chocolate, blue. So hey, right. Man,
blue.
Yeah.
Black, blue.
But I want to know, with her saying that comment to her husband, when he's got an identical twin sitting across the pool, that goes for him too. And look at his wife.
Yeah, right.
So, how does she think that comment was going to go over? You know what I'm saying? She's talking about two men that shared the same lives, came from the same home. So, his brother isn't that far from what she's saying either. So what makes them so different? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that from her. But again, that 10-year age difference is showing, to me it is from her. Yeah, I want to know what her last relationship was for her to continue to feel this way. From the last relationship to the show. That's what I want to know.
Probably some dude named Tyrone owns a car wash.
Miss Omega said that I think Camille has grown up in an environment where she wasn't black enough, so she always had to prove her blackness. Thomas is comfortable with who he is, and he's not hood. He is a good man, a good dude.
Yeah, he is a good dude, man. And I know dudes like Thomas, man. I was like somewhat like Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Not as proper in grammar and all that, but never looked at me and said, "Ooh, he ain't no swag," or he's a square or a nerd because the things in the circles are in. But now they got 5 babies by 5 baby dads, and they want to come. No, you can't do it. You can stay in the street.
Right.
And Camille said on the after party that, and I know y'all kind of said this, that she thought that he was gonna be, somebody she had to snap on, somebody she had to get small with, somebody.
That's what she used to.
And y'all said that's what she used. I told you she wanted the hood dude.
Yeah.
I still didn't see that she wanted a hood dude. And even though maybe the context clues are there, but but hey, I like Thomas, and I hope that she realized what she got, and I know it's an age gap, and maybe she just in her young wilding out stage.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't think they're gonna make it. I think she's gonna be stuck on that, and she's not gonna let it go. And Tom's gonna get to the point; he's gonna walk away. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to prove his blackness to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And if you got to continue to prove how black you are to that person, you don't need to be around.
Right. I think they'll probably stay together at least through decision day. I think it'll be a yes. But Courtney, back to her not giving context clues. Her context clue, she gave a few, in my opinion. You don't have to agree, but I'm just saying for me. Well, even before she gave context clues, I already got the vibe from her anyways. Maybe because my oldest is 32 and I know the type of women he claimed, like, oh, you'll like her. I never did. Right. And she gives me that. But is when she used swag all those times, and then her context clue is loud mouth man. That's what she was looking for. She said that. That was the first thing. And then when she got an after party, when she had the nerve to say, I thought she was going to come on this show, Married at First Sight, not a Love is Blind, not any other show like that. Talk about she had to roll her neck and snap on somebody. What makes you think this was the show where you had to roll your neck and snap on somebody? This is Married at First Sight. You know what I'm saying? This is not, that shouldn't even be here. Now, we had a specific situation with Chris and Paige. That's different because Chris presented a certain way to Paige. But on this show, that's not what you're here for, to be like, oh, I got to get an attitude. You're on the wrong show. So to me, that was the biggest context clue outside of loudmouth men she's used to. And so that for me is like, girl.
She ragging on Thomas so much. What you said, baby? She what?
I'm just saying, you keep saying Thomas ain't black. I say, you ain't black. You ain't built black. What that ghetto booty at? You know what I'm saying? That's why them street dudes dollar her out. She wasn't black enough. You know what I'm saying? So man, I don't try to talk about nobody like that. But for her to continue to talk down to Thomas saying he ain't black, and when you basically almost shaped like a white girl yourself, I have issues with that. And Camille's not a bad looking woman. She's not, you know what I'm saying? But to me, her attitude is starting to tarnish her look.
It's her attitude. Yeah. That's what it is. It's her attitude. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we didn't cover. Okay. So that was it. The last one.
I didn't get to I missed out on Ikechi.
No, not yet.
Okay.
So let's go and talk about David. We'll talk about them last. That's her proving her blackness.
Hey, what? No, man.
And is it Gimmers? Gimmers. Camille got so offended when Thomas brought up that she was light skinned.
Yeah, I think she's biracial too. She's biracial too. So man.
She is.
I say, you ain't black enough, girl. What you talking about? Shoot, you don't like black. He ironed his shirt.
Yeah, she a true man.
Yeah, she got. But Tom ain't black enough because he ironed his clothes. She wants somebody to get clothes, ride the drive, put them on. Yeah, that kind of hood dude she like. But anyway,
I took a picture of that scene, but I may delete it. But when he was ironing them clothes, child, you don't talk to no man like that when he got the iron. Honey, be like Penny on Good Times. We just watched Good Times. Baby, he's sitting up there looking like, I was like, oh, wait a minute, don't be talking to no man, he ironing. But go ahead. Okay, so now the Kay's favorite couple, Eddie's favorite couple, David and Michelle.
Kay like David
and Michelle. I'm just playing.
Don't believe that. I don't like Michelle. I've never liked Michelle. Why is Michelle still on the show? This is what I know. I said this in a video I made before I went live about 2 episodes ago when the experts were there. But when the experts know that there is a couple who aren't meshing, where one person is like, I don't want to be here, I don't want this, it's not what I need, blah blah blah, the body language, this and that. I don't like for the experts to talk them into staying, because that is not fair for the other person who has to hear the brunt of all this negativity. They should just let them go. I know they did that last season with the guy from Australia. What was her name? I forgot his name.
The one guy that got sick.
Oh yeah, I forgot her name.
Yeah, they did that for them, right?
His name was
Cameron and Claire and Cameron. They let them separate early, right? So the way she's been acting since not even the honeymoon, the reception, how she cried and carried on with her friends or whatever. By the time David got to meet her sisters, by the time they even made it to the honeymoon bus to get on the plane, and just everything that unfolded in the honeymoon to everything now. So when the experts came back to talk to her, and then even when they showed the clip of Dr. Pia saying, well, we asked you if, it was okay if, the man was staying at home or whatever the case may be, her body language, the things she was saying, she was already checked out. So why convince her to stay another few weeks for what? She's not going to change how she feels. We could see that as these episodes have gone by, but I think they just want them to stay to see if it will work out when she's telling you, or any other couple, that it won't. So that's the part I don't like. And then as far as this scene right here, I liked it when David's friend in the hoodie really peeped game to Michelle about the difference between home ownership and renting, and that David is pretty much doing the same thing that he's doing. So what's the issue? And so it seemed like Michelle kind of connected with what the friend was saying, but at the same time to apply it to her life, not necessarily their relationship, because Michelle, to me, is just going through the scenes just to go through the scenes. And especially when you sleep in separate rooms, and you show like, oh, this is my room over here, this is his room. It's not even really a friendship. You've been friend zoned to, we just got to do what we have to do to, get as many weeks as we can, so it's really nothing to give except for what did she think she was going to get on the show? Like what, and how was David's home life growing up different than her humble beginnings? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, then she should understand what he's doing at home. Yes, his basement apartment was nasty. Yes, it was. Okay. But still, like, I just don't think that she gave it a chance at all to have carried on the way she did at reception going forward. That's me.
Well,
okay.
I blame David too. I blame David because after a while, you gotta have some pride about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? This woman don't want you. You did all you can do. It's time for you to pack your bags and walk away. All right, and that's just the bottom line. Michelle, she was never into this guy. After she found out he stayed at home. And you can pick up on somebody's body language and their energy. And I know, and Davis, he picked up on that. And I just think he should be like, you know what, baby girl, all right, it was nice trying. Let's go ahead and go our separate ways. Hey, experts, I know what you're saying, but it ain't working. I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm not gonna waste her time. I'm not gonna waste my time. Let me bounce. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they sign contracts. They gotta stay there for a certain length of time, but if they don't, man, you gotta have some dignity about yourself and keep it moving.
They're keeping David.
Right, that's what I was saying. It's producers keeping them on the show because they probably messed up last season when they let what's the name them divorce early.
Chris and
Cameron and Claire.
No, the black couple and the Indian guy.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
Lauren.
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah. And you know how they had to kind of stretch the scenes out with the other couples, what I'm saying? It made the show kind of boring.
Right.
So they trying to keep all 5 couples on throughout the whole season so they can kind of like deal up the time between all 5 of them. Because me personally, they just had to bite the bullet and it's like, you know what? I just can't do this no more.
That's right, Tina. David said he got the girl that he asked for and he's sticking beside. That's right.
Yeah, he's
blonde, blue-eyed,
and bad built. But she ain't sticking beside him.
I'm just saying, stick beside her, honey. That's what you wanted. Stick beside her. So sit there and take all of that. Take all of it. That's what you wanted. Take that abuse, honey. Let her talk to you nasty, honey, because she do talk down to you. She talk nasty to you, and she gets smart with you.
Okay, you're right about his friend getting Michelle straight about the rent in the house. You know what I'm saying? But but the friend already got a house, and my thing is, regardless of what Dave was trying to do, he should have that place squared away before he came on the show. If you stay with his parents, get that place squared away, get it clean, get a matching washer and dryer. You know what I'm saying? Do something, cause the scenes I've seen when they show David Place looks, in my opinion, terrible.
But we went over that last.
I know, I'm just saying terrible. Oh, yeah. You hear me?
But David
for
said,
a grown man.
David said on the after party, no, that was what it was. So yeah, he said wasn't nothing wrong with his place. Because Keisha even said, "Do you think you want to kind of clean up?" He was like, that was just what it was. Like,
that's a bad sign then.
You're nasty.
That's bad, right? You're nasty. You know, that's a bad sign. If you think that's okay, and I gotta move in and live with you, no, dog, ain't gonna happen.
You're nasty. Yeah, David's friend shut me. I mean, all the way down. Never saw her so quiet, honey. She had to agree with him too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's the stuff David should have been doing. Like, get in there, talk to that girl. Don't let that girl talk down to you.
The reason why the friend gonna do that, because the friend already got a house. David still staying at home with the parents in a nasty corner of the house.
And David was like, "Yeah,
look at Michelle's outfit too. Yep, look at Michelle's outfit too. Simple.
Yeah. She's simple, all the way simple.
But she said she wanted a black man, right?
That's what she said. She wanted a light-skinned black man with tattoos, honey, and a little bun, honey. So
I think she'll like David. I mean, not David Thomas. I think her Thomas be a good match.
Well,
like
Camille said that's her man, even though he ain't black enough. All right, so now let's move on to the next one. Let's go and get them. Y'all already know who they did, even though I ain't put it Ikechi. He got it on his Instagram how to pronounce his name correctly. Even though he ain't got it on there, Ikechi, and then Emem, even though I don't have them on here. So now let's just talk about this now. Let me see. I guess I'll go and drop the link, honey, just in case anybody want to come up.
Well, it may be Ikechi, the way you pronounce his name, but his name for the rest of Married at First Sight season is Mr. Sketchy. Okay, because you sketchy.
He's sketchy.
Mr. Sketchy.
I don't know him, man. The man just speaking his truth. Hey, y'all so hard that dude, man. I like Icky.
No, you don't, baby. I used to call that girl aggressive. Don't
he said he misspoken. And he fessed up to that. He said, you know what? I should have picked a better word. Okay. I should have said assertive.
All right.
Or passionate.
All right. So now let's go ahead and get into it.
No. Anybody who tripping off of somebody having a karaoke machine in your house as if they're expensive and some LED lights, talking about, I'm depressed now. Over a karaoke machine? My granddaughter has a karaoke machine.
I think he was being funny, but it just didn't come out.
It wasn't funny. If he's trying to be funny, the brother don't have a sense of humor. He don't.
He really don't.
He's real dry. He's real monotone. So you don't know.
To me, he meant that. Now, he meant that from the karaoke machine to the lighting, to looking around her house, to looking at what she had in her guest room, to the next week to having an attitude, in my opinion, over making fish tacos versus buying fish tacos. That's who he is.
Oh yeah, the thing about Iki is that he may be intimidated by Emem. You know what I'm saying? And see how successful she is. She really don't need a man. And maybe he's never been around women like that before. And he's intimidated.
Now, I think he's intimidated by anybody, especially a woman who, this is my daughter, who is intimidated by somebody. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. How you think, he's intimidated by Emem. He probably never been around a woman that's as successful as Emem.
Right.
and it intimidates him. So he's lashing out in certain ways, being what you call passive aggressive.
Yeah, I agree. He just don't know how to handle it because he's so used to being the big dog because he got so many followers and stuff. So, and because he writes books and sings songs and do this. So yes,
when you got a person with an ego like that, and you bring somebody in that circle that has a bigger presence than that person with the ego, they don't know how they react. You know what I'm saying? They fall apart. And I think that's what's going on with him. He don't know how to react because she's a successful black woman. She's really successful, and she got her own practice and this and that. And, she making her own money, so that's why he probably said something about the karaoke machine, knowing that she paid some money for that. Meaning, now I got to deal with somebody that probably make more money than I do.
Yeah. So, but just talking about this scene right here, so. I know it's been very controversial. So I dropped the link and I pinned it somewhere, child. And if anybody wanted to come over here and get their opinion on it. So what happened is that it's very controversial because the people are saying that he shouldn't have used the word aggressive. Now he was on the after party, and I got a little screenshot of that, and we'll kind of talk about that. But in that moment, some people now in our comment section, for what I noticed, that some people are side with the cousin, right there, man in blue, that was giving Ike the smoke, and some people are siding and saying, well, Ike, or more so with saying that the cousin was doing too much. I was saying that the cousin was doing too much. Now, I understand you trying to get your point across, but the cousin was just doing way too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, the cousin was trying to get his shine on, I think, and trying to make his presence known. And, I understand you trying to look out for family, but the way he handled that situation to me was kind of tacky. But I get it. He trying to look out for his cousin. But on the other hand, I really think he was trying to get his shine on, to try and make himself, get his little 15 minutes of fame. But I like Ikechi in this instance because he stood up. Ikechi came in with smoke already.
Yeah, he
had the attitude with the cousin, so he came in there with the smoke for the cousin. So that's why in the other girl, what her name is, she just got the spill over from it. She just got in the crossfire. so that's why I kind of like what Ikechi was doing towards the cousin, because the cousin was doing too much.
Ms. Ward said the cousin.
You thought the cousin was doing too much for real?
Yeah. Even when he first met Ikechi, I thought he was doing too much.
The first conversation, I felt that I understand that you got her back and all that stuff, whatever, but I just felt you was going in a little bit too hard.
Now that was to me, that was too aggressive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's aggressive.
That he was going in too hard. It was like, bro, is you trying to get on TV? Like, why was you amped up so heavily?
It reminds me of, who was that cousin in California?
That was
female cousin.
That was Eris. Remember that female cousin when she was like, I don't know if you're gonna be doing with my cousin. Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, the boobs, all that.
Let me say this though. Let me say this. Excuse me. Now Eris's cousin. Now she was doing too much, but I don't think. I don't think that her cousin at the reception was doing too much because her dad is not in her life, and her mom didn't want to participate in the show. So she had these, she needed someone in her corner. Now, maybe he could have been just a little bit, overboard, but I don't think he was doing too much because I think he was the stand-in for her dad.
Yeah, but
and her mom too at the same time.
I don't think parents would be that aggressive. And the way he came after,
there's been a few parents on different seasons that's been.
But like you said, parents. This is a cousin. He's probably the same age as Ikechi. You know what I'm saying? So when you talking to somebody the same age bracket, it's a different dynamic. Now, if I'm talking to somebody older than me, they come out, okay, you trying to protect your child. I get that's your child. But this is your cousin. You the same age I am, man. So you're gonna be beefing, man. That's just two guys looking at one another like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
I don't know. I
was talking about that money, honey.
I get both sides, but I just, I think was a stand-in. And then I think that Mr. Sketchy had those same feelings, knowing that he was coming over, because like I said, he was already hyped up of, oh, your cousin's coming up. So he already had this aura about himself an let's go ahead and say attitude about himself, knowing this cousin was going to come over and they were going to pick up where they left off at the reception. So there's already something there. So which is more than the fish tacos. You know what I'm saying? So he was ready for the battle. And, you know, maybe it was like macho y macho thing kind of going on.
And that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and I do think things got a little bit out of hand, but then the tides change with the names 5 things that you like about.
Wait a minute, Miss Ward.
Miss Ward. Oh, no. Let me take care of this. Let me take this. Miss Ward, you about to get blocked. Yeah, she. No.
We in Alabama. We in Alabama.
She about to get blocked.
Miss Ward, don't do that.
No, man, you better nah. That's like y'all calling somebody aggressive. Y'all want somebody to call y'all aggressive, but y'all won't say something about Bama.
Yeah, we in Alabama. We in Alabama.
Don't do that.
So, yeah,
I take offense to that. Like y'all take offense to being called aggressive. I take offense to that. That right there. No, don't do that.
But I'm sorry, Kay, go ahead.
Yeah. And Kay, you should be offended too. Ain't your people
they are from Montgomery. Yes, they are. But it's whatever for me. I'm just saying.
Roll Tide. Yeah, that's what happens when you Alabama. Y'all like you don't know nobody no more.
From DC.
You're from DC.
No, it's not a turn.
Yeah, go back up to Sophie.
They're gonna talk down.
Comment, please. Go back up to Sophie's comment, if you don't mind. She said, "Oh, I didn't think about her not having parents participating." Okay. And remember too that they're from, where are they from? Nigeria, Ghana, somewhere like that. So it's a different situation when you come to getting married and what the expectations is. And I know this is not the same show, but it's a different show. For example, like a 90-Day Fiancé, there is a couple. Well, she's from Ghana. He's from, let's say, DC. And he came over to Ghana not knowing the expectations of being married. So once you come over there and tell the family, you pretty much are what it is. So maybe it's a little bit of this culture thing too from their background coming through. But again, like I said, I think both of them were a little bit extra, but I think Mr. Sketchy already had it in his mind that he had to Nigeria, that he had to, get back at the cousin for all he couldn't say at the reception. That's what I get from it. I mean, we could agree to disagree, but I think that played a part of it too.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Agree to disagree, because if I was Ikechi, I'll be the same way. I'll be the same way, because you came at me hard the first time. I didn't do nothing to you, okay? And the second time, I'm going to be ready for you. So anything you ask me, you're going to get that same energy back. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. That's why I said that macho thing played a part of it. So anyways, all right.
Because they're info but wrong time, and it's not a normal marriage. They've only known each other only 17 days at this point. Oh no!
Yes, Connie, Niles and Matilda. And if you don't know, Millennial and Mom does 90-Day Fiancé over here. So check us out. Thank you.
Okay. What? 90-Day Fiancé. That's where they come from.
Yeah.
What you saying?
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Because we tried to do 90-Day Fiancé, but we got kicked out the club.
They laugh at the terms of endearment. No, it actually, when they say country Bama, it's really a put down.
Man, it is, man. That term actually pisses me off, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Y'all country Bama down there. Man, you from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but as far as I think that she handled the situation. I really thought that she was going to really go in on the aggressive part. But she said, "Can I say my part?" And she gave her 5 words, and she said opposite aggressive. What is that? And they said, what? Nonchalant. And he took offense to nonchalant. And so that was just like, okay, bro, but you just called this girl aggressive. So it was almost like, and I know Keisha said that on after party, it seems like both of them have a little passive aggressive behavior.
Yeah, they do. They both do. But it seems like everybody is focused on Ikechi passive aggressive, but don't say nothing about Emem passive aggressiveness. But I get it. Most of the women watch this show, and that's the reason why they don't say nothing about her being passive aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anything else on that note? I don't see them making it, and I know
no.
Yeah, because I don't see them making it, and I think that at this point she could probably be checked out.
For him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because it just seemed like at this point when they were talking about them fish tacos, it was almost like a battle of who was gonna win this conversation that was going in circles.
Can I be honest with you? I think you hit it. I think you called it first. I don't think he's attracted to her.
Yeah.
I don't think he's attracted to Emem, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the reason why he actually dropped to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really and truly, yeah, he doesn't want her. I agree, Coco. Like Eminem won't make it. Yeah, they won't. On the after party show, the three sisters destroyed. Yes, and this is the part where he changed and said, okay, maybe I used the wrong word, but he did kind of say that, he kind of meant what he said. Am I right, Kay? I can't remember that part, but I know he changed a little bit.
He had to.
But I'm saying, bro, if you don't change, you on a stage with 3 black women and you sit up here saying that you meant what you said.
2 black women.
Are you talking about
Keisha, she's full black. You got half a black with Camille and half a black with Sasha. So 2 black women. They both biracial.
Was you saying something?
I'm sorry, Kay. I cut you off. I'm known to cut people off. I'm sorry.
No, I was reading the comments. I didn't say anything.
Oh.
So yeah, on the after party, he was okay. Remember that you're not seeing all of MM now. Only Ikechi can attest to her moves when not taping. Recall MM during the bridal shower. She was wild and climbing on tables. It's still the same sis.
I'm glad nonsense brought that up. No nonsense brought that up because I said that. I said something must have happened off camera for him to act the way he was acting. And he said that on the after party.
Yeah. Yeah, he did say that it was a dynamic before
the cousin came over. Something happened while they was in the bedroom.
Yeah. It's all in his face while she's like, ooh. Okay, let me go back. Miss Omega said, Ike is intimidated by he was making fun of her opting to buy tacos versus making them. Her financial situation allows her to do so. Maybe his don't.
And maybe you're right, Miss Omega. Maybe he don't have the money she has. And that's probably the reason why he's intimidated about it. But I still think he wasn't attracted to her physically when he first met her, to be honest with you.
I agree with that. He was either. Mm-mm.
He doesn't seem to be liking her. He's always coming across like he is tolerating.
That's a good observation right there. Yeah.
And even on the after party, he didn't seem that like, I don't know.
Regret.
He really didn't seem like he wanted to be there. Now Stasha was going to give him the whole business and nothing but the business. And she really was, because she was like, you know what? I think I'm more like your wife, but I got a lot of questions for you. You know what I'm saying? And she did go into him. I almost going to take over Keisha's job. But she was kind of just asking, she was saying, you never call a black woman aggressive. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you do. All of them said, that's not what you do. So, he kind of, I want to say in that moment said, maybe I used the wrong word. He kind of explained why he used it, but then he later said, maybe I should have used, what is it? Assertive.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know what though? You know what though, for that, I don't think you should have to tell any Black African-American man or woman about the word aggressive when it comes to a Black woman. He should already know this. He should. You know what I'm saying? Since he's offering comparisons like where he's from, where she's from, he should know this already. And that's why on this panel, look at his body language right now. He's so checked out and interested, and he knew the conversation was going to come up, and he didn't have nothing to say. Like you said, he was sitting by 3 Black women, so he, it was in his best interest to say something else. But that, certain trigger words in your own community.
Mm-hmm.
Assertive. When it's used a certain way, yes, assertive has different meanings, but in this situation, his assertive meant that stereotypical Black woman that is just that. So he knew that. So I don't give him a pass at all for that.
But I actually, to be honest with you, Kay, I really think he did it on purpose because, like you said, I think he knows not to use that word aggressive towards a black woman, but he's with a black woman he really don't care about. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't care about that black woman like that,
Right.
you
The
really
homie.
want to get out
He's
of this
the homie,
situation.
right?
Yeah, you're a homie. You know what I'm saying? I don't even look at you as my spouse. You know what I'm saying? Or black, my female black spouse. I look at you as a homie.
Yeah.
And I don't care about
Right.
you on that level. Keep that word aggressive from out of my mouth. So
Right.
I think that's the reason why he uses it so freely against her. And it doesn't help that he's, to me, I think he was kind of upset with her before the cousin came over.
Yeah.
So he had smoke for the cousin. He's already upset with Emem. And he don't like Emem like that.
He don't.
So
it's
Right.
almost like he has so much disdain for her.
Right.
Yeah, when he said he meant to say something assertive or whatever, and he was like, I forgot, whatever. But anyway, what I was gonna say, I mean, his whole energy on the after party wasn't one that wanted to be there, wasn't one that was in tune, not one to even care. Like at this point, he checked out. So now y'all know the after party is filmed, I think, after the show is already not aired, but already done, because when Keisha was saying they're getting ready for the after party, when she was putting on her Instagram, it was more so like, I would say, a month or so ago. So we know that they already then know that they stand together. They already, if they not staying together, they already in that vein. So his energy could be like, we don't know who swapped with who, because we did see a scene where MM was comforting Alan. So we just don't know the dynamic of his old energy being there. And he's just not one that he could just fake it and go past it. So going on Married at First Sight was not ideal for him.
Yeah, I disagree.
Why?
Because he came on Married at First Sight for a different reason. Like I said, he played music. He was a musician. He has little, books and stuff. So he's out there to get shine on himself. In my opinion, I think he came on the show for clout.
I said
for sure.
I said coming on here wasn't wasn't good for him. Now, what
it's good for his
no.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if he came on here for clout,
right,
he's not getting it, because the world is turning on him. So whatever he thought he was gonna do to be this great wonder, it's backfiring, because you calling a girl aggressive, and now MM has a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Because she literally probably represents a lot of independent black women that's out here doing their thing and representing. And she's the face of it. So, of course, she is going to have a lot of backhand. And you're not treating this black woman, with respect and calling her aggressive. I don't know what y'all got going on behind the scene, but just as far as the viewers and what Married at First Sight editors want us, the production want us to see, he looked like the bad guy.
And somebody said in the comments, so he said, well, he's from the South and he's not used to women like that. I'm from the South. I've met women that's go-getters and very assertive, and I like women like that. I don't want to laying around the house doing nothing and trying to better herself.
Right.
He
was just using it as an excuse, because you saying, "Ooh, from the South." I was like, "What does that? What that got to do with anything?" So you want a submissive? You just want a submissive woman to shut up and cook and do all of that? No.
I digress. You got a lot of men that want that.
They do.
Yeah, they want a submissive woman that
he should have put that in. He shouldn't have said a Kelly Rowland or a Michelle Obama, because child, that is not what they do. They don't staying at the house cooking. They not that, like, no. I'm sorry, Kay. We sorry.
No, I was gonna say, we don't know what he said on his application, but again, like Ms. Ward says down here, another comment. Yes, he did apply in Houston season, and then moved to Chicago. So, I don't know how far along he got in the Houston vetting process, but he made this show for Chicago. I'm always interested in knowing what, not just him, but what everyone puts down on paper, because you're putting down your representative on paper. And then when you get to the process with the experts, you're definitely given that. But when you come on a show, it's the complete opposite of clearly what you said to get you on the show. And I agree, he definitely came on this show for clout. And even at the reception, his grandmother and his cousins or whoever was since they talk about how many ladies he has in the DMs even before he hit the show, you know. So they already knew, you know, more about him as family than we did as the show progressed. So I think there was a little bit of that already going on. And he just have happened to have met his match or higher when it came to career and maybe finances. And I still say with his personality that he's giving off on this show, that if anyone, especially a woman, has just a little bit more than him, he feels less than. He just does, in my opinion.
I agree with that, Kay. I totally agree with what you just said. You know, some men just can't take the fact that some women can make more and be more than them, and they just can't stomach that.
Right.
Me personally, if I can find a sugar mama, if she's a sugar mama, I can stay at home and chill and play video games all day while she work.
He wouldn't do it.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
Because that's not even in his blood. So he definitely wouldn't do it.
I get a blood transfusion then. Sign me up.
Yeah, this last thing I was just gonna say where when they showed David, and David gonna garnish an audience himself of people that feel sorry for him on how he was treated. Now some don't mind the basement chat. Some of them don't mind the basement. They stay down
school over, David. I slide in that bunk bed with you.
But as far as that scene on the after party, you know, they really and truly felt empathy for him. And even Carla was like, I would tell that girl to go on somewhere. Like when they showed the scene of her talking to him like that, she was like, I would tell that girl to go kick rocks somewhere. So Carla was, and Keisha asked, is Michelle like that with y'all? She was like, no. She kind of makes it seem like they just both have their issues and they just kind of working it out. But no, to talk to him like that, she said, I wouldn't even stand for that.
Yeah. Did you notice, look at Carla right here. Look at Carla right here. Yeah. Don't she look normal? Don't she look like somebody else? Because on the show, she looked like she's real wild body eyes, just out there, just floating around in the sky. Right here, she looks so normal.
Yeah, she does. She does. And Carla's not a bad looking woman.
She's really pretty.
Yeah, I don't understand why Juan is treating Carla like that. Man, I know y'all went through this already, but I think Juan's another one on the show for clout. Get so his business and stuff.
Because Carla is also the homie. She's also the homie. Yes. She's a homie to Juan too.
Yes. All right. I agree.
Yeah, Madison did defend it on the after party, but I thought somebody said that Madison said she wouldn't mind the basement. No, Madison said something as far as she said that, I don't know, I can't remember, but she didn't say she would go there, honey. She was just saying it should have been a conversation as far as they live in arrangement. It should have been a conversation, and because every dynamic is different. Even Carla was saying they have a big family, and staying with family is not a big deal for their culture. So every culture is different.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like Hispanics, honey, they'll jam up in there so tight.
Save that money, man. Send that money back home. Yeah.
So yeah, everybody they like being close with family. So yeah. All right. Eddie, you not that dude.
You're not the dude.
What dude? What you know? What dude?
Probably to stay at home, child, while I work.
Yeah, that dude, man. Shoot. Try it. You gonna try it?
You asked for a blonde. That's right. So you got it.
You asked for blonde hair, blue eye, bad build, butch.
So yeah.
Well, that's the reverse. She got the same thing too. He just living with his family. She got light skinned black dude or ethnic guy, and he got blonde hair, blue eyes. So they both got what they wanted.
Yeah,
they did. Congratulations, congratulations. It could have been.
It's sad. It's probably the second season in a row that nobody's gonna make it.
Yeah, it is sad.
Yeah, because like I said, David, I'm with UK. I changed my outlook on that. David and Camille might say yes on decision.
David or Thomas.
I'm sorry, Thomas and Camille might say yes on decision day, but I don't think they're gonna make it as a marriage couple.
Long term.
Long term, no, they're not gonna make it.
She's the one that has to get therapy or whatever to change how she thinks and feels how another biracial man should be in the community. Those are her thoughts and feelings, not his thoughts and feelings. That's the problem to me.
Yeah, so you're right. I agree with you, and I don't think they're gonna make it. And one and KoEd, they ain't gonna make it. One he already checked out, and I hate it for Alan. Alan seems like he's a good dude too, and Madison. I think she look at Alan as being a square too. She really look at Alan as being a square, as a nerd. He ain't cool enough, and and she's not digging that. So yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I really think the expert tried a little better this time. You know what I'm saying, matching these people, but it's just.
Think so?
I think they did. I think they didn't do like they did in Denver, Colorado. You know what I'm saying?
I think they did. I think they tried. Yeah. And the reason I say that because they gave David what he asked for.
Yeah, they gave him what he asked for.
They gave Michelle what she asked for.
They gave Ikechi what he asked for.
Yeah. So it's like they gave the people what they asked for. It's just that there was no matching of chemistry and stuff like that. Now, it depends on the culture. As far as a person staying with the basement, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Dr. Pierre kind of set her up for that one. Say, you sure you want one? So, but they kind of gave these people what they asked for. Now, if they were that specific. Now, of course, we don't know, like you said.
David did say he wanted a white woman with blue eyes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So now we don't know exactly what else they said. But from what we can see, I think that the experts are trying to make the show better. And I think that they are trying to give people, they're listening to the audience, but it's just not helping. Again, I don't know if it's going to be the last for Married at First Sight, but I think that they need to go back. And Kay, me and you talked on the phone about this. They need to go back to the basics of what used to work, because this is not working. Even though reality TV has changed a whole lot and people are just tired of the same old redundant stuff. And so now they need to go back when the experts were more involved, and it seemed like they really and truly wanted these couples to work and not just trying to give us quantity versus quality. Quality, it will outweigh quantity every time. If you're just trying to make a buck and just trying to move to the next season, the next one, we see that, and it's showing in the views being lower. And it's showing in the quality of what you are giving us, because we would rather have quantity. If y'all gave us a good season once a year, we would love that, instead of trying to give us
what was a good season to you, though?
I mean, I don't know. I can't say. Because what I want to say was a good season, but it was just for my entertainment only.
Oh, that Chris and Paige?
Yeah, that was
a good season. I don't care what you say. It was bad. It was terrible.
That was a good season.
It was a good season, you know what I'm saying? That's why I asked you, what do you
that was also something they didn't see coming, though. They didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? That Chris and Paige didn't see coming, because Chris, I don't know how he fooled all the experts, but not just Chris, his family, the people who was like, yeah, he's a good guy. They all fooled the experts, but I think that they purposely put them on for drama, and we got exactly what we were looking for. And but to me, a good season is not just that drama, though. We want to see people who are here genuinely. And to me, at the last, let's say 5 seasons, we've only had like maybe 1, possibly 2 people that was on here genuinely. Everybody else seemed like they had their own agenda, to me.
So, yeah.
I think New Orleans was a good season.
That was before.
Before the Chris and Paige. Yeah. Now, Chris and Paige was very entertaining. It kept us locked in, but it wasn't as far as what Paige had to go through.
And not just that, you did get a good married couple out of that season. What's the name?
Oh, yeah, Vince and
they still together. You know what I'm saying? So you did get a happy ending out of that season. You got the bad and the good of that season. Lately, we ain't getting nothing but bad. You know, I don't see nobody's really still rocking like after these seasons been over with.
Yeah.
So,
it's some that's still rocking. Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
So
I'll tell you, I'm gonna see what I'm sorry, okay. The fireman.
I'm sorry. I was going back in the comments. Somebody said David. The prediction of wife swap would be David and Juan. Huh. So
I don't see that. I don't see that.
You mean David, their spouses, or David and Juan? Which one?
No, she tried to be funny. She said that last time. She talking about them two, that they had that romance. Yeah, New Orleans was a good season to me. Even though it was in the C19 era and they was filming a little longer, that was a good season. Even though what's her name? What's his name? What's his name? That was on Instagram and
black guy.
Yeah,
Miles and Karen.
Because I know it ain't Miles and Karen. Yeah.
Monty and Woody. Yeah,
that was New Orleans was a good season because you still got Amani and Woody, and they still Amani and Woody. Yeah, they still together.
Yeah. Well, I like it. Oh, that Houston season with Gil and
Oh yeah, you like Maryland.
Yeah, Miralax. Yeah, I like Miralax.
And Gil.
Yeah.
What season was that? Because we went over, Kay. Which one was that?
14.
And it was Texas, right? Did you tell me Texas?
Houston, Texas, I think. It was Dallas.
Yeah, it was Houston, Texas. Yeah. Which they're going back to Texas after this 19. So season 19 is they're back to Houston, Texas. And I think they should get away with, stop going to Boston, Texas, different places going for, like, go somewhere else. Now we know the West Coast, unfortunately, didn't work out, but maybe they should do something like, I don't know.
Have they been to Miami?
Somewhere? No.
They never been to
Miami. That would be crazy.
Miami.
Somewhere different, like for real, somewhere different with some culture. You know,
Miami. Go back to Atlanta.
Exactly, Detroit. Tamika says Detroit. You said don't come to Detroit, but Detroit would be good. That would be good.
I don't know, okay. I've been at Detroit Airport. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been there too, but
that was just
okay. All right. All jokes aside, what city you think they should go to next?
Y'all drop it in the chat if y'all know what city should they go to next. Oh, it was a season 3. Season 3 was.
Oh, I have to go back and see what's on there because I've seen them all, but I don't remember Miami. Where should they go next?
Charlotte?
Yeah, Detroit.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Detroit.
You want to do
Detroit? They should go up there to Detroit, to Michigan.
I say, sorry, don't want to kind of stay south. I'll probably say Charlotte. They've been to Baltimore.
I don't know.
Tamika says Philly.
Philly.
That'd be crazy.
No, they never been. I thought they'd been to Philly. That was Boston with an old girl. Yeah, Boston.
Yeah, they went to Boston twice.
New York would be different.
And don't say Las Vegas because that's no.
Yeah, Las Vegas would be nice. What happened?
Wait, baby.
Yeah, Las Vegas would be nice. Mm-hmm. Let me know so I can climb down film. I'll be in the background. Louisiana. They've been to see.
Don't come to Alabama, Chad.
Alabama. No, dog.
Let's say Alabama.
No.
Oh, Alabama.
Yeah. Where's that at? Where's that at?
In Alabama.
Yeah, it's in Alabama. That'd be a short season, 2 episodes.
I say they could do like LA. They never done LA. I know I say no to Vegas, but I would say LA, Vegas, because there's things to do here. For the West Coast, you know.
Yeah, I think Vegas would be great. I really think so.
I still say Detroit. San Francisco, that's a boo. No. that's too close up there to Denver and all that. No.
Is it Swade? It's so Swade. So however you
Tuskegee, say Alabama. How many couples are gonna get out of Tuskegee? 2?
You must be in Alabama because she want them to come to Alabama.
Alaska. Are you in Alaska, Cheryl? Because otherwise that sounds boring.
That'd be boring.
Ain't cold, child. They go in the wintertime, ain't cold. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. This has been fun. Now, Salt Lake City.
Oh, hey, no, that's right close to Colorado, Denver.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah, that's
man, Salt Lake City because they got Mormons there.
That'd be so boring, man.
I don't know. That may be a little.
That'd be boring.
It would not.
That may be a little.
You talking about no season? You had no season, no hot sauce, no nothing. Be straight.
Now Salt Lake has nice weather, nice ambiance.
Beverly Hills. I like
Florida.
Beverly Hills.
Reno. Reno? No.
No, we're doing another Colorado.
No to Reno.
No, I'm in Florida.
That's
okay.
So fun. All right. So.
All right, you guys. So on that note, we appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. Before you exit out this video, make sure you hit that like. Or if you're watching us on KoURTNEY and Eddie, hit like. If you're watching us on Millennial Mom, make sure you hit that like. And if you're new to this channel, to either channel, whichever you're watching, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. So we enjoyed this collab. This was fun, even though my husband came in late.
You told me 6:30.
And then I changed and I said, no,
you didn't give me the memo.
So no, I told you in that same breath.
No,
baby, I meant 6 o'clock.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Okay, so anyway, on that.
Stop being so aggressive.
All right, you guys. So let me just log in this live now because he want to get his hands laid on. He need the hands laid. All right, you guys. We appreciate you stopping by. As we say at the end of every video, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Let's put God first, y'all.
And Kay can say what she say.
Go ahead, Kay. Do your thing.
Thank you so much for watching, and always take care, everybody. Live simply, be grateful.
I was waiting for your closing. Yes, I forgot the how you said, but yes, that's it. All right, bye.
Bye.
We out.
Not
we cut yet.
Wait.
We ain't cut yet.
Wait. Come on.